Konnichiwa mina, boku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And I'm upstairs in the living room right now because I have a little bit of story for you. Sort of. Last week, I think it was, my roommate Michael and I went into the garage, and because the Christmas tree is down, as you can see over there, probably. It's all the plants and stuff back where they're supposed to be. And there's Bailey. You could just see her laying on the chair there. Just her little ears and stuff. Anyway, so we've got more room again. And anyway, so Michael and I went to the garage and brought in the record player from my grandmother's house. My grandma in Calgary, so my mom's mom, who passed away in 1997, 96 or 97. And that was the year that we moved out here. 96, I think it was. Probably. It's hard to say. It's hard to remember. I think it was 97. Anyway, she had this record player in her house for years. And I remember we'd go over there all the time and we'd listen to different things. There was a song I used to love as a kid. I don't even remember the the title of it, or the name of the singer. But all I remember is, I can hear Kentucky calling me. And it was like an older folky-ish song, I guess. That one, and there was a sailor song as well, I think. Very vague memory of it. I don't know. Anyway, so we went and we brought it in, and Michael cleaned it up and he put it in place. So Daniel got home from work that night, and I was in the kitchen, and Michael and Daniel were in the living room, and all of a sudden we heard these clicking noises coming from the record player. At least, well, we didn't know quite at first where it was, or what it was exactly, but we found out that it came from the record player, and so we're like, okay, that's really weird, because it wasn't plugged in, and even now, it's not plugged in. The record player is right beside me here, so actually let's get a better look here at it. Oof. So yeah, this is the record player in question, and there's an 8-track player actually. How many of you youngins out there actually know what an 8-track player is? So the whole thing looks like that, basically, all in one sort of a go. And it was clicking, and if you look inside, there of course is the thing that plays it, and I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to be. I'm sure it has some kind of purpose. Maybe it's meant to stop that from going too far. I don't know. I don't know much about these things. Anyway, something in there was clicking, and we figured out it was that, the needle. But like I said, there's no power to the unit whatsoever. You can see the plug is literally right there. And so it clicked, and it clicked again and again and again, and my brother was freaking out. Oh, look, it's Maze. I forgot to tell you, Maze is here, and he is being bad. He's playing with the carpet, and he shouldn't be. Maze! You know. Yes, I'm sorry. I get distracted very easily, because Maze doesn't stay here very often anymore. He's been here a little bit because he's been bad, but we'll go over that a little bit later. So this unit was clicking. Now, initially, we weren't sure what it would cause that. It is still the tail end of winter here. There's no more white shit on the ground, which is good, because nobody needs to deal with that. Anyway, so we thought maybe it was the cold that was doing it, so we let it sit in here, but it wasn't just, hey, stop that. It wasn't just the one night. It would happen again the next night, and then the next night, and it's quieted down since. But my brother, he's like, we don't need any more of this. We don't need any ghosts in the house. Now, as many of you know, I am a big proponent and fan of ghost stuff and paranormal, and I believe in all that stuff. I've never had anything really substantial happen to me personally. I've had little things like voices whispered, like my name when I was at work once, but just little things like that. But this was the first real big kind of thing in a while. I get weird feelings all the time. I've always had a weird feeling in this house from the day I first set foot in it, to when we were here at late nights cleaning it up initially. There was always a weird feeling from the basement, and there's been stories before, like when my nephew Cody was staying here, and he told me about this girl that chased him into the bathroom, and then he basically ran into my room and stayed there for hours because he was petrified. But I haven't had anything like that happen. Anyway, while this is going on, it definitely got the cat's attention, like with the record player, I mean, but they didn't, because both of them were here, and they didn't really flinch too much. Like, they looked, obviously, but it never really got to them. So to me, that's a good sign, because, you know, animals are supposed to be really, really good at picking up on that. And cats do freak out. I've had animals before in different places that have acted up. Like, they'll hiss and they freak out because they can see or hear something that we can't. And that's a little unnerving when that happens. But I'm open to this, and like I said, it hasn't really happened much lately, but I doubt that I'm going to be lucky enough to capture anything like that on tape. But who knows, right? So yeah, I don't know if it's haunted. Like I said, it's an older unit. It's got an 8-track player in it. It's been bounced around, I guess, even before my grandmother had it. My dad, I mentioned it to him, and he was saying that he got this thing, a bunch of furniture, and this was included in it, and he gave it to my grandmother years and years and years ago. And if it's the same one, I'm not entirely sure, but who knows? And, you know, there are lots of stories out there of furniture going through the ages where or other objects that could have things attached to them. So who knows? I just figured I'd share this with you guys because it's really neat. I have heard noises upstairs because my room is directly underneath where we are right now in the living room. And both cats will be with me. I know everybody else is in bed, or I'll be alone in the house. And the cats even start to, you know, they look up. But we've heard footsteps in this house before, too, when we know nobody else is here. And it's a little weird. My brother's heard voices of a conversation that you can't make out what they're saying, but you know that there's a conversation going on. So this house has a predisposition to have weird things in it. And it's a very old one. I mean, it's basically a trailer, like a double-wide trailer on a basement is how I describe it. You probably, if you've seen my other videos, you've seen what it looks like on the outside as well as the inside and so on. So, but yeah. Anyway, I just figured I would tell you about that. So back to the story about Maze and why he's here right now. He's been a naughty kitten. As of late, he has been staying at Kten's house, and he has been meowing a lot, wanting outside. And we don't want him to go outside because it's just too dangerous. Now, it's dangerous here where we are now because the main road is literally like a duplex away from us. Actually, it's more like a quadruplex because there's 2 families upstairs and 2 downstairs. So, but it's a big house. Like, it's like a townhouse style, but there's up and down on both sides. And then there's the main road, and I don't want him getting out there and potentially getting hit. And there's also the main road right outside our place here because there's a school right across the street. So there's always parents driving around. There's always school buses and stuff. But up where Ktten lives, up in Aberdeen, there is a medical center right across the street. And an old folks home even just down from that. And then a big main road there that leads to the old highway. And that is also not some place that we want him to go. But he's gotten out twice. And he wouldn't shut up. Like, I was over at Kten's one day, and he was at work, and Mace was just meow, 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 meow. Like, he was pissed off. So Kten's like, take him home, take him there for a few days. I can't sleep. And so I brought him here, and him and Bailey were so cute at first. Like, they started doing the whole cat smelling thing, you know, like smelling each other's butts, because for some reason in the animal kingdom that's what they do. And kind of going around in circles doing it. It was funny. But they got right back into the old swing of things, and they're quite happy. So that was great. But he's here. He's been here off and on. He's been getting back into mischief. He broke a pot yesterday, a potted plant. There was a ceramic thing, and Michael wasn't too happy with him about that. But he was sitting on a chair, and the plant was really close on the table, and he was looking out the window, and he must have knocked it or something, and it fell over and scared the crap out of him. He took off running, but still, he's still a baby, pretty much. He's still a kitten. He's still learning, and animals are like that, so whatever. But otherwise, yeah, he's been great. Also, I want to wish a happy birthday to my son, Bob. Happy birthday. And you may think that it is weird of me calling him son, especially since he's 27 and I'm 32. He's not actually my son. It's a long-running inside joke between us, and so he calls me dad and I call him son, and it's just weird. But anyway, happy birthday, Bob. You're getting to be an old man, just like me. Anyway, yeah, I'm not that far behind you, though. I'm going to be 32 on March 20th. So, yeah, that's hard to believe. I can't believe I'm 8 years away from being 40. Never would have thought that would happen. Up here, I'm not 40, though. I'm not 32 even. I'm like 2. I'm like, take off 30 years, and there's me. So, I'm as ignorant as a 2-year-old in many ways. I don't live in reality, so what do you expect, right? So, and oh yes, I'm hoping next week to be starting with my personal trainer. His name is Joel, and I'm going to be meeting up with him hopefully soon to get proper eating habits underway. That's going to be the most difficult thing because I am addicted to Coca-Cola. Although I'm really serious about this year. I wanna improve things. So we'll see how it goes. If I can get where I want to be by AR this year in August, that would be phenomenal. I'm also stepping it up this month particularly because A, I'm turning 32, and B, Fan Expo is next month, and I want to get a good picture, probably going as Johnny Cage, so I want to have the good physique for it, or as close as to it as I can, and I'm going to get a picture with John Barrowman, who's notorious for his fun pictures, especially with guys, so we'll see how that goes. And Brent's, I never know if it's Spiner or Spinner. I've heard both. Data from Star Trek, The Next Generation. We'll see. And I'm hoping, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm hoping I can get a little interview sort of thing, or even just have her say hi on camera. Veronica Taylor, who is the new voice of Sailor Pluto in the Viz English dub, and she's Ash's old voice from Pokemon and Ash's mom. She's going to be there again. So I got her autograph for my brother before, and this year I'm going to take my Sailor Pluto plush and get her to sign it, hopefully, and go from there. So I think that's it for an update for now. The foam stuff should be in Thursday. At least that's what FedEx Ground is telling me on the tracking number. I kind of hope it comes tomorrow, but we'll see. Maze, stop it. He's biting the carpet. And then I can build my little sound thing. Look at this. Look at that. Don't bite the carpet, you naughty kitten. He has this thing against it, like he thinks it's going to attack him or something. And it's really funny. Mace. Yeah, he don't care. And neither does Bailey. Oh well, what can you do, right? So anyway, okay, that's it. This video is long enough, but ooh, wow, that's a really close shot. No. This way. What am I doing? Why is it not working? Okay, there we go. I was pushing the button the wrong way. What can I say? Alright, that's it for now, guys. I will see you maybe sometime this week. Maybe on Thursday if I get that thing built. I will show you. Oh, that's one more thing I was going to say. I got invited by Searchlight, which is a CBC contest. Hey! Look at that. Look at that. Naughty kitten. Oh, I don't even know if you could see him because the way I was doing it. Anyway, by Searchlight to enter, and they're always looking for the next singer and stuff in Canada, so I'm really excited. Hey, stop that! What a naughty little shit. I'll tell you more about that another time, because this video is really long, and Maze is being bad, so, yeah, for now, that'll be it, and I will see you guys sometime probably this week. Look at that! Bad cat! Alright, I'm at the naming that. Bye-bye.